I would like to praise all praise to Abashim Yashar Dakadash. I would like shalom to the elders, to the GMS, to the elders, uh, to who give me the truth, and I would like to say shalom to the one third, to the elect, and 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 all 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 the elect that cause the birth of all around the world. My thing, my this I'm about to make a story like about you about Joe. Like this thing said Joe like I want to talk about Joe and stuff like people think Joe and like Joe was a righteous man. Like people saying God and, Yabashim Yasha and Satan they if they like against each other. Satan is down there. Yabashim Yasha is up there. They find each other there. It can be true. Like, cause Satan is God's son too. Well, like he's God's child. He does got children too. And then God created Satan. Uh, let's let's go to it. It is the Bible. It is like Job chapter one. Uh, Job chapter one, verse 22. Uh, everybody know about Job. We know about Job. We read the Bible. Like, there was a man in the land of us that whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and once that feared God and a true evil, and they were and he feared God, right? Job feared Yahbashim Yahshua. So, and and they were born unto him servant, son, and three daughters. Joab had all of them. Joab's servant and son and daughter and three daughters. It's something was also was even it's something also was 7,000 sheep. Then if you had like like kids, you have servant and you have son, you have daughter. And you have 1,000 sheep and three three those same and camel and 500 yokes and oxen. Joe had all this stuff. Joe was a rich man, a real rich man. And 500 she has eggs. Eggs. That man was a very and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East. So Joe was the greatest man of the East. Because he had all of it. And his son, and he was righteous. And his son went and feast in their house every one his day, and sent and called for the priests to eat and to drink with them. So every day, every once of his day, his son went to feast in their house. So I mean, this guy was rich, and it was so when the day of their feasting was gone, but Joe sinned and satisfied them, and rose up early in the morning, and feared burnt offering that come to the home of them. For Joe said, it may be that my son have sinned and cursed God in their heart. So his son started going off. So Joe had to offer a feast, because his son started going off. So I must mean that's why Joe started to lose everything, because his son going off. though does this not Jah continue? Now there was a day when the Son of God came to present him. So Joe had everything, but if Joe didn't go up, his son went off, and his kid went off. So that's how Joe started losing all the stuff. So they keep saying, well, somebody went off. So that's why Joe had to make a sacrifice face. Or burnt offering according to the number of them all. So now let's go saying, Satan and God, they were they they, they fight against each other. They, they don't they don't work with each other. That can't be true. They're saying now they say there was a day when the Son of God, meaning that there were a day when the Son of God came to present them. Came there were a day when the Son of God. So who is the Son of God? We're gonna see present them. Still before the Lord, a Satan came up I saw among them. So it said there were a day. Let's see. Can I read? You guys know. If you read Job chapter 1, verse 22, like you're gonna see it. Yes. Now there was a day when the Son of God came to present them. So all the Son of God came and shit. I'm assuming y'all got Shemiah, the one who called Jesus Christ, uh, the, the the angels, and the stuff, and even Satan. So Satan was the Son of God, like I said earlier. So then he came also among them. So he came too. And the Lord said to Satan, where did I come to? Kodoso, where you come from? Where you came? And the Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to end earth or fall in the earth. So Satan went all around the earth to come on his evil. That's his job. And as though concerning my servant Job. So God said, you, you, you consider my servant, like you see my servant Job, like how good he is, like there is none like him. So God was trying to tell Satan, like you see my servant, man, like you see, like it's like I righteous he haven't come and sin, like there's nothing like it. This guy, like he's the greatest. Like he haven't come with nothing. So God said there's nothing like it. God was bragging about you to Satan, and 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 a perfect and upright man. Say perfect and upright man is righteous, all the stuff, and on the fear of God and true evil, and you fear. He not only of righteous man, but he fear God. And true evil. You don't commit evil, nothing. Sin. You don't commit no sin, nothing. Then Satan answered the Lord. Listen, this is about Satan answered the Lord and said, though Jah fear God for enough, like they said answer, like though Joe fear God for enough, like like as though made an edge about him, like how you buy him and about his house and all about the hat on every side. That Satan is talking. Like I not don't make an edge about him and about his house. I he genuinely I'm assuming he's saying, aren't you do you bless him? You don't keep him, like you don't bless him. You don't like you send evil to him all that stuff. And though about all that he had on every side, though has blessed the work of his hand. And so say, don't you don't help him? Don't you don't bless him? Don't you do all this stuff? Don't you don't make him feel all the stuff of him of you? Like like you don't will make him feel over you. Like you don't bless him. So in something in the create in the land, but put for other yeah on every side of the world bless the work of his hand, and it's something and it creates in the land, creates in the land. Chris, I mean, you bless him, you Chris him, you help him, you like all the stuff. But put forth thy hand now and touch all that you have, and we will close thy door to thy face. So Satan said, "Oh, yeah." So now, he take his hand out, take your hand out, and I promise you, I will, you will be cursed. Take like don't bless him anymore. Like, cause you put your hand on it, on his head and stuff. So that's why he can be cursed. That's why he's not blessed. So take your hand off, and we see. And I promise you, will be cursed. So God was just, you know, trying to show like Satan and stuff, trying not just trying to show Satan, but trying to show us he's in control of everything. He he, he control everything. He control his son, Satan, control like people saying, oh, say Satan went among God and shit, or Satan, like Lucifer, we call him like Lucifer, um, Lucifer, like deceive God and shit, or and like and went on his own way because that or that the story of Lucifer, that stuff. So Lucifer he went fell down and stuff, and he went in the hell or that nonsense crap, or yeah, in with him, like he's gonna come and he's gonna like fight against God, he's gonna some like all this nonsense. Like, but it clearly show you Joe, it, like clearly show you um God, God, God was showing you like like he control everything. He control like Joe was the man. He was making an example of Joe. Like Joe was a man and stuff, and he control. He didn't let no nothing against him. Like nobody was nobody if like for him and stuff. Like I mean, Satan could touch him, Satan could curse him, but Satan could do nothing. Even Satan even said, "You don't bless him, you don't protect him, all this stuff from evil. So why the hell will I touch him if you don't protect him?" So he didn't give me, he didn't come, he didn't come to go after Satan, after Joe. So I can't do nothing to Joe if if you protect him and stuff. So and they say and they say, oh, in this Satan could control everybody. The Satan can control Joe until God like give him the let let Satan touch him, like and man, let me see where I was at. I forgot where I was like, but let me see, Man, I lost my track. Yeah. But put that in there and touch all that he had. And that's chapter 11. That's I was in chapter 10, now I'm in chapter 11. But don't put that in there and don't touch all that he had, and we will curse that to that face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, and that he had and thy power only open himself and put not for thy hand So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And the Lord said to Satan, behold, all that he had in all that power, only upon himself, put not for thy hand. And there was a day when his son and his daughter were eating and drinking. But so basically, y'all watch me outside, going call God. eh, In the, it's God told Satan, okay. So God told him, okay, take everything he had. He could store all his stuff, his property, take his everything out, but but up only upon himself, but not for that end. So don't touch it. Just Joe. He could store all his property, his stuff, his kid, his wife, all his stuff. No, but him, don't touch him. Don't even put even clips on him. Don't even, if it toxic. That's what God said to Satan. And Satan went up upon his way. That was chapter 12 and chapter 13. And it was a day when Joe was eating and his son and his daughter were eating and drinking wine. The eldest brother saw, and a good day. That was a good day. They were drinking wine. They were eating. The elder, like all that stuff. And they came a messenger unto just said the oxen were were plowing and the ass feeding this beside. So the message comes that told you, yo, your oxen, your animals dying, bro. They're plowing on the side, they're feeding on the side of them. They're feeding themselves, like they're eating each other. Like what's going on? Like and the salmon fell upon them. Say like stuff. He told me like a house fell on them, like oil stuff. They dying and stuff, and took them and 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 they took them all and took them all away. Like they gone. Like, your ox, your ass, all your animal, like they're gone. They die. They eat each other. Like and yeah, they are slain their servant with the edge of the sword. And I only escaped alone to tell thee. So so they say they were like a somebody came and killed all your ox, your your ox, all the stuff, your animals. They even killed a servant, and guess what? The messenger that came to tell you, he was the one that escaped that thing. So and you see, that Satan started to mess with you. Before Joe was living righteous, that Joe had everything. So while he was yet speaking, they came on until he was back to check it out. His stuff that chapter 6 until he was back check until he was back check it chapter until he was back check it out what's going on, what happened to my servant, to my animals and stuff. Yes, guess what? Another stuff came to tell. Another messenger came again. While you were yet speaking, there came also another and said, "The fire of God is falling from heaven." Mm. It said, "God fire, the fire is falling from heaven." Like the Solomon, in Solomon, like God, the fire was destroying all the Solomon people and the Solomon place, and that's why like so God sent fire from heaven, like and from heaven and had burned up the sheep and the servant and consumed them. And I'm only escaped with on totality. So so God basically sent fire from heaven and burned all the sheep and the servant that was taking care of the animals, the sheep and stuff, and consumed them. So they burned a lot. They burned to death, and I only escaped only to tell you. So one on another merchant came by, so escaped by himself again. Everything another thing, everything dragged, destroyed. While you were yet speaking again, this guy could Yeah, one accident after an accident. You didn't have time to check it out, to speak, to see what was going on. Another accident came. While you were yet speaking, they came also another incident. The Charlie made out a deep bend and fell upon the camel and have carried them away. There. So this guy had accident after accident after accident, and have carried them away, and yet and slain the servant with the edge of the sword. The chariot, it's a the chariot. That's a group that came and destroyed it. It made out with tree band and fell upon the camel, and I have carried them away. So and that, and so the chariot came and destroyed, take everything, destroy everything, and slain, and even the chariot even slain the servant with the sword, with that sword and stuff. So eh, and and again, nigga, this guy said I'm the only one that escaped along 230. Okay, so this guy had like Joe had accident after accident after accident. Again, and Bill and while he yet speaking, they came us to another and said that son and that daughter were eating and drinking wine, and the elders and the elders brothers, and Bill there came a great wind from the wilderness and smoothed the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young man, and they all dead. Damn, this guy had tragedy after tragedy. Joe had tragedy after tragedy. Cause he couldn't even speak. When he was about to speak, boom, something come. On another boom, something come. Boom, boom. Like yeah, I tried. Like first he was a servant, his animal, now now his kid. Eh, and that was the servant, the person, the master is the only one that escaped. Like I'm the only one that escaped on long to 30. So that big wind came and fell onto the house and it killed all the kid and Joe's kid. Man, so they killed the kid, the daughter, all like the people who was in the house, all of them died. So damn, Joe had Joe. It was good before. Now it turned bad for Joe. Tragedy after tragedy. Why God leave is in God left his hand onto Job and let the Satan, like Satan's son, go after Job. So he could show God, y'all watching that show, that's a terrible guy, bro. He's a terrible guy. Then Job arose and went to his mental and shaved his head and fell down from the ground and worshiped. And like, Joe said, all right. So Joe get up, he shaved his head and fell upon the ground in worship. He worshiped Yahweh Shemel. So and said, naked came out my mother. So he said he came out naked. He came out of his mother with nothing, not a damn thing. He came with it. So he came out of his mom. That chapter 21. He came out his mom room. You know what? When you come out of your mom's room, you came naked. You ain't come with no clothes, no food, no nothing, nada. So you came empty. Like they say, the same way you came out of your mother room, that's the same way you gonna leave. So it's a naked came out in my mother room, and naked shall I return that. So like I said, the same way you came out of your mother room, it's the same way you gonna leave. Like empty. Empty handed. And the Lord give and the Lord has take away. The Lord give you, the Lord take away. Like Yahweh trying to give, give, bless you, and He take stuff away. So that's what Joe understand. Who Joe understand. Joe didn't like start saying, I'm a catch Yahweh, because he killed my kid, nah. Joe just guess what? Joe even Joe even more. eh, Joe even like worship even more than before. So he didn't start cursing nothing. He just went in the ground and started worshiping Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. Oh, praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. The Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of God. Blessed be in the job center not or charge God foolishness. Mm-hmm. So Joe know what's going on. Joe didn't start crying. Like why Yabashman did that to me? Why no one called Jesus did that to me? Or what did I do? No, Joe started on the ground. He will start worshiping. So that's why he do. He start worshiping Yabashman. Praise to Yabashman. And again, that and again there was a day when the Son of God came to present him. So again, the same thing. It saw before the Lord, and Satan came and saw among them to pray. So, like I said before, Satan is Yahweh Shemiasha's God. I mean, Satan is Yahweh Shemiasha. So, like, Satan is Yahweh Shemiasha's son. So, like, people keep saying, oh, Satan is Lucifer, is on his own. He's what is it? He's ruling rule hell. No, it's a lie. Satan don't rule hell. Satan is up there with Yabashim Misha in the left hand. Yasha is in the right hand. Yabashim Misha in the left hand. Yasha, I mean, and Satan is in the left hand. Yabashim Misha in the right hand. Satan in the left hand. So in the left side. So they all have a seat. And yeah, and again, there was chapter 1, Joel chapter 2. That's like in verse 1. And there was a day when the Son of God came to himself before the Lord. And said they came also among them to present himself before the Lord. He came to present himself, like this, the same already Sunday. And the Lord said to Satan, from who come, where come the close? Where you come from? Where you come from, son? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to him and for in the earth, and from waking up and down it. And again, he said, you came from all around the earth, from up and to down. So Satan was traveling around the earth. The Lord said unto Satan, as God concerning my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that fear God, a true evil, and still be old, fast and fasting integrity, fasting integrity. So even like again, Satan came and so it come among God, and God like trying like tell me, oh, you see, he still like he still out. Cause see my son, my servant Joe, like look, like he even though all his stuff got taken away, all the stuff, his son died, all that stuff, like his sheep died, his animal died, but he still keep his integrity. He didn't fall, he didn't feel nothing. He still kept his integrity. So, so he didn't curse God. He didn't say none of that. And although move me against him, so he didn't. I didn't move against him. I didn't. I, I didn't move against him. I like you couldn't make me move against him. You couldn't make me destroy him and stuff. Cause he worshiped me. Like he didn't fall down. He didn't lose integrity. Like I said, like he worshiped about Shemashah. Why? Cause he kept his integrity. Even though he lost all his stuff, he said, but he didn't like, oh, I going crazy, or curse Yabashim Yasha. But but against him to destroy him without cause. You didn't make me go all around against him to destroy him without cause. you couldn't make me destroy him. So you, even though I send you to person and stuff, take all this shit and stuff, but but you didn't, but you could, but you didn't listen thing, you didn't like fall or nothing. So you couldn't make me destroy him. So you're bashing me, sure. Like, eh, he's a terrible guy. Like he will destroy you. If you listen, it's Satan. And Satan answered the Lord and said, "Skin for skin, yeah. All that a man had will he give for his life, but put for thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh and you." So Satan said, okay, okay. He said, all the stuff he had, he don't care. You give all for his life. I mean, like he don't care, like the stuff he had, like okay, like we see, say him try, say alright, we see, like now, because like the stuff you took from him, like I took from him, yeah, I don't think it's nothing, but now, okay, now let me take it. No, let me go. Like, cause you didn't, cause I didn't touch him. I didn't touch his body. I didn't touch his skin. I didn't mess with his body and stuff. I didn't make him sick or the stuff. Now, now, make me now let me start messing around with his body and stuff, with his skin. Like messing around, make him sick and stuff. And we'll see if he's still gonna be praise you and stuff. Okay? And Satan's skin, yeah, all that man and how you will give for his life. But poof, thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and you will curse to thy face. So let me put thy hand now and touch in his bone and his flesh. Let me touch his bone. Hey, let me mess him on and stuff. Get him sick and stuff. And we see if he's still gonna worship you. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he ain't dying but save his life. You could touch him. You could mess his body up, skin his body, get him sick, but don't kill him. And so Satan, so so when Satan when Satan fought from the presence of the Lord and smote Joe with sore boil. So when Satan left, so as soon as Satan left, he put a curse on Joe. He smote Joe with sore boil. So that's a horrible disease. Damn. So he put sore boil on Joe, like that's that, like, hey, and smoked smart Joe with sore boil. You know that thing. I was like, I seen this disease. That's a horrible disease to have. Sore boil all over your body and stuff. Oh my god, that's nasty. Yeah, and that's what. So, and from the soul, so Satan start. So first Satan killed all his friend, his servant, his kid, and the sheep, all the stuff. Next, Satan start attacking Job. So before Job, Satan couldn't attack Job. Satan could touch a flesh on Job. Then Satan started to attack Job. So boil and saw all his foot onto his crown. So from the soul, saw all his foot. So he had boil on his feet, on every part of his body. And he took him in a porch to scrape himself. Oh my! So it's so Joe tried so boil all around his body. You seen that? You seen that 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 thing? People have that so boil all around their body. So Joe got a stretch to scrape that on his body. Oh my! Then from the so and he took a porch to scrape himself with that, and he sat down among the ashes. So Joe tried, all Joe's body was stripping and stuff. So Joe took a scroll approach and scrubbed himself with, and he sat down on the ashes. And he slept on the floor and the ashes and stuff. He he was like so he could he, cause that shit was scratching. I'm assuming the shit was hurting. And then he said then he said wife on three and those still ten that integrity because God and die. Damn. So 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 the wife, though if female, they don't know how to keep their integrity. When something happens to them, boom, they start going crazy. Start saying, they start cursing God. Start da da. They're not righteous. They're not righteous. That's true. Like when female, when a good thing happens to female, boom, well, they happen, yeah, they pray. But when bad thing happens to them, they start cursing God about females. They start cursing God and stuff. Yeah, but so yeah, that's what going on. Cause cause guess what she said. Guess what Joe said. They'll still retain your integrity, cause God and died. Hey, that his wife, Joe was happy when everything was going good. But as soon as stuff going bad, she starts saying curse God. She started cursing. She said, "Let's curse God and die." And wicked. But he said unto her, "Thou speak as one of the foolish woman speaking." He said, like Joe said, "You foolish woman. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah. What shall we receive good at the end of good of God, and shall not receive evil?" So you think he said he told his wife, you could, so you saying you could only receive good? You could only see good, and you can't see evil? Like, that's the only thing, like, it's a balance. You can't just only see good, everything good stuff. So bad stuff, there's bad stuff too. There's bad stuff. It should happen. And shall we not receive good, and shall we not receive evil? And all did know Joe sin with his lips. Now, when Joe, true friend, heard all this evil that has come upon him, they came to everyone from his own place, outside the timeline, and beat out the Shusha. And so far, did not mind from they had made an appointment together to come to moon with him and comfort him. So when Joe's friend seen all the evil, so they came and tried to move Joe. Like, I'm assuming his wife gone and stuff. So his wife left him. Joe didn't have nothing anymore. And when they lift up and knew him not, they lift up their voice and wept, and they went his mentor and sprang those upon his head to hell. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days, 7 nights. None spake one from they saw that the grief was very great. So yeah, yeah, this is this is what I was about to say. Yeah, cause people keep saying, oh, people saying, oh God, God, Joe, like, yeah, I was trying to make an example, Joe and Yabashim Yasha. Like, I got Bashim Yasha, bless you, and he give and he took away, and people was in that too. And I was saying, oh, I trying to make an example. I sick him, don't. He's not against God. He's not. He don't fight with God. He don't fight against God. He fight with God. He's in the left side. So he's in the left side, just like with Yabashim Yasha. He he sit there and he told Yabashim, tell him what to do. He can't go and do what he want. It's about God told him what to do, who to touch, who not to touch. Satan can't just go. That's why Joe, God was giving you a story about Joe. That's why we're giving you a story about Joe. Cause showing you God allow Satan to who to touch, who not to touch. Satan cannot just go around and touch anybody you want. So people, uh, like white people keep saying, oh, um, like they worship Lucifer. Not even white people, just people. They worship Satan and stuff. They worship Satan. They got what? Who's giving you this power? It's Satan not you. Not Satan. It's Satan power. What? Who allowing Satan to give you this power? Yeah, watch me shot. So so you can't. So you think you're in the left hand side. You yeah that you getting power. But you're not getting the power because you watch allowing them to give you the power and stuff. So you saying like come on, like you saying you want to worship Satan, like come on, like like if you worship Satan, you're not worshiping Satan, you worship Yahweh Shah, but on the left hand side. So all those wickedness, all those stuff on it, cause Yahweh Shah allowed it to happen to us. So say Satan is not controlling nothing. That's why I just said, wait, Satan the left side, Satan gonna control a goddamn thing. Yahweh Shemeshah control everything. Wicked, evil, all the stuff. Yahweh Shemeshah control all those stuff. So people keep saying, wickedness, the like God got this praying God. No, there's only one. God is up there by himself. Like they say on Genesis. Like if you go on Genesis, see Genesis, see Genesis, like in the Genesis chapter 1, it say, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. And there were earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved onto the face of the water. And God said, let there be light. And there were light. And God saw the light, and it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light days, and the darkness he called it night. And in the evening of the morning were the first day. And God said, let there be first magma in the midst of the water, and let it divide the water from the water. And God made the firmament and divide the water which were under the fire from the water which were upon the firmament. It was so. God and God called the firmament heaven, and the heaven of the morning was the second day. So so God, like I said in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. So so like like wait, let me see. Yeah, basically there's no body among God. It's only three seed. That's God, Satan, and Yabashim and Yashai. Yabashim Yashai. Yashai, Yabashim Yashai, and Satan. Like left hand side sitting left, Yabashai on the right hand side, Yabashai is sitting the king. On his king. On his chair, the king side. His chair. So people keep saying, oh that like you worshiping the wrong thing. If you think you worshiping Satan, you worshiping the wrong thing, man. You're not worshiping Yabashim Yashai. Cause Cause Satan can't do squat without Yabashim Yasha. Eh, like, cause, cause, if you, cause like all the evil happen, people die and stuff, all that stuff, cause Yabashim allowed it to happen. It's not because it happened for a reason, because Yabashim Yasha allowed it to happen. So, so don't, so, so when you think especially like there's there's Satan, there's God child, and there's Satan kids. Like who's God child? That's the 12 tribe Israelites. Like the Negro, the Spanish, in the Dominican, the the overnight, the Negroes, the the Negro, and the Haitian, and the Jamaican, and the Dominican, Spanish, and the what's it, and the Indian, and the native tribe. That's the God. That's God chosen people. And it was the it was Satan child. That's the so-called white people. That's Satan's kid. So and the rest, the Indian, they just exo. They're not part of the story. So he was, like Satan control everything and stuff. No, Satan don't control a goddamn thing. Satan, Satan, God allows Satan, like I just told you in the story of Job. God allows Satan to tell, to do, like to control, to go control, or to go mess you up. Because Satan couldn't even. Satan was going all around earth, but he couldn't even touch you. What is that? He even said he was going all around the earth, up to down earth. But Joe. He was touching. He was messing with everybody, but he couldn't touch Joe. Why is that? Because God allowed. Because he can't do anything without God permission. That's basically it. So, um, like, 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 that's what I said. Like, even though Yabasha Misha let Joe, let me see, let Joe, let Joe, get demolished by Satan. But guess what? God rewarded Joe with even greater, even big, even more stuff than he ever had. Let me see, let me see. And 42. And the Jah answered the Lord and said, let me see. So, and when Joe had, so everybody get Joe stuff. They did Joe gold, even everything. So the Lord blessed the land of Joe more than his beginning. So God blessed you. Like I said, God blessed Joe more than he had. And he has 40,000 sheep and 6,000 camel and 1,000 yoke or in the saying he had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. He has more sons than he had before. He called the name of his first Jamar, the name of the second Kisa, the name of the third Kish, carrying Shapel, and all the land where no woman and found Sophia and the daughter of Joe, and the father gave them integrate among the brethren. And after this life, Joe, eh, in 140 years, and saw his son and even the fourth generation. So Joe lived, uh, 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 like Joe even lived longer. He saw his son, like 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 Joe lived. Let me see, Joe lived 140 years. 140 years. So the man lived for 140 years, and he saw his son after his son after his son. So people keep saying, "Oh, Joe, like Joe didn't give up. Joe stick with Yabashi Masha, even though everything even though his skin, even though he had disease, curse, all this stuff, nonsense, all this crap. Satan was, Satan was going on, but he didn't give up. He still praised Yabashi Masha. Still called the name of Yabashi Masha. He didn't give up. And guess what? After that, God rewards it. I mean, just like it, God rewards you, and 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 give him more than he ever had. Joe had more than he ever had, and he lived 140 years to see his only son. All praise to Yabashim Yashar. So yeah, this is a story. Hmm. So yeah, this is the story of Joe. So the story, like, even though it's evil coming onto you, all the stuff, but don't give up. Knowing if it happened, y'all watch something, let it happen. It's not because it just happened. Like, oh yeah, I know y'all watch something trying to test you, test your faith, test who you are. That's what it is. Joe, y'all watch something testing your faith. That's basically it. But Jordan give up. Jordan go around and give himself up stuff and 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 let the evil upon him. We made mistake and stuff, but Joe was a Russian. Joe know better. So yeah, this is the story. This is why I wanted to say about Joe's story and stuff. So that people that know that thinking Satan want hell and stuff. That's a lot. Satan don't want that goddamn squat. So, like I said, all praise to God, Shalom. Like, to the elders, to the GMS, um, um, eh, eh, um, to the people, to the 1/3, to the elect, all around the earth, that's scattered all around the earth. I have to say shalom to them and blessed be. All praise to God, Amen.